My name is Mr. P.J. Awuni, and I'm going to be the program director in the event today. And I hope going forward we are going to be having this kind of events so that we can expose our learners to deeper knowledge in the subject and a bit of competition. Because if we keep ourselves in our own areas, when we don't expose learners, then it becomes a problem. Just to kickstart the program, I think there are still some schools that are yet to arrive, but as we are here, I think we just have to move on because time is not on our side. Grade 10s, we are going to start by giving us the prepared speeches. We are going to have one learner per school who is going to come and present the prepared speech. So in grade 10, we are going to have one learner from Sanwat, and then the other school, we also have another grade 10 to come and give us the prepared speech. And those learners that are going to be giving us the quiz, that are going to be answering the quiz questions, will read out the instructions to you when you get to that stage. Are we together?
South Africa's job market is one that is prominently characterized to be diminishing on a daily due to several factors. The most predominant factor being automation and technology, which is the result of the fourth industrial revolution that we are currently in. Which is why the country should ignite job creation by paving way for digitization to provide major boost. Good day, everyone. So today I'd like us to analyze how automation and technology have brought about significant changes to the job market and what skills are currently in demand. Automation and technology have turned out to become tools that work hand in hand in order to perform repetitive tasks. These machines have taken over tasks that were initially performed manually by humans, therefore allowing humans to focus on high-level work requiring critical thinking and collaboration, thus advancing a human tool, which is the mind. And in advancing the mind, we enable it to improve our surroundings. The core principle in all of human existence is to develop ourselves through technology from the beginning of time to the period of the Iron Age to the fourth industrial revolution that we are currently in. These developments have always been to improve human lives but have significantly improved productivity and economic development. It is no different to automation and technology, which has brought about significant changes to human lives. This type of technology creates an economy and society that comprises of high productivity. Now, high productivity levels, ladies and gentlemen, lead to economic growth and economic development. Now, I believe that the introduction of artificial intelligence creates more jobs than those that are currently lost. So what do I mean by this? A reliable example of how this is possible is that of the introduction of computers. When computers were first introduced in the 19th century, no one knew that they'd be used to facilitate daily tasks today, such as cybersecurity, banking, marketing, etc. They have since then created countless jobs. Now, in order to continue the cycle, South African businesses should allocate larger budgets to automation and technology. This will then create a new field of jobs centered around digital, technical, and soft skills. However, ladies and gentlemen, South Africa is characterized by unemployment. And no, it is not due to technology and innovation, but it is due to skill shortages, which is the result of people not acquiring the correct skills which are currently in demand to keep the country moving forward. Now, in order to get out of this sticky situation, the nation could begin by investing into education that will set us up for a society in which artificial intelligence will usher into. By so doing, a new level of skill will be developed, most of which will be pertaining to technology. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, certain careers will be outgrown as a new set of careers will be in demand. Jobs that are currently in demand include cybersecurity, computer sciences, artificial intelligence and machine learning, data analytics and data sciences, etc. Now, to wrap it all up, ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of automation and technology was bound to create multiple changes in the job market. Now, the human development that we are currently experiencing challenges our creativity and innovation. I believe that we should stop investing in careers that will eventually outgrow and start investing in those that are experiencing skill shortages. By so doing, it will improve productivity, it will lead to positive economic growth and economic development. Thanks.
Greetings to all. The topic that I will be speaking about today is the automation of technology and its effect to the job market and what the skills in demand are. Future of works is changing rapidly due to the advancements in technology. Thus, as robots and artificial intelligence become more advanced, many jobs that were previously done by humans will become redundant. An instance that could be given for this is the use of conveyor belts, as it decreases the number of jobs available in many industries. Thus, the industries become less labor intensive and more capital intensive as a result. Automation and technology complements employees by increasing the ability to perform tasks and therefore bringing change to the skills in demand. An example of skills that are in high demand as a result of this could be data science, communication, project management, emotional, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. Thank you.
We have just started with the speeches now, and they look quite brilliant, and we enjoyed the speeches. Please can you come and address this?
Thank you all very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I know that you have already started, but I'm here to welcome you yet again. So in the spirit of friendship and camaraderie, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Special welcome to our program director, Mr. Jerwani, and our adjudicators, Mr. Matsukere and Mr. Sangwani. Now may today's challenge both challenge and excite you. May your talents be honed and may lasting bonds of friendship be formed. I hope that you enjoy this day today here with us.
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to the quiz for grade 10s. Now, what I will ask is that for every correct answer that you are going to give us, you are going to be earning 2 points. For every correct answer, you get 2 points. For every wrong answer that you give us, you subtract 1 point. You understand? Every correct answer, you get 2 points. Every wrong answer, we subtract 1 point. If they get it wrong and you answer the question, you get the 2 points. You understand? Then at the end of the quiz, we then total. Clear? Are you ready? Are we going to do it? Right, let's start. On table number 1. Expressions of people's own opinion on what ought to be is known as. Expressions of people's own opinion on what ought to be is known as. 1, 2, 3. Expressions of people's own opinion on what ought to be is known as. Okay, you forfeit that one. This side, any takers? Sorry? Normative statement, is that correct? Normative statement, it's called a normative statement. They get 2. And then the next one. The next one. Dash duty is paid by individuals when they buy fixed property. What kind of a duty is paid by individuals when they buy fixed property? It's this side. It's this side. The question is this side. Dash duty is paid by individuals when they buy fixed property. What kind of a duty is paid by individuals when they buy fixed property? You forfeit. This side. Any takers? No takers. Okay. So we forfeit that one. We'll give you the answers at the end. The next one. We are this side now. The approach to economics that studies the economy of the country as a whole. Macroeconomics. Well done. So 2 points on table number 1. When government takes over ownership of businesses from private sector. When government takes over ownership of businesses from private sector, what is that one called? When government takes over ownership of businesses from private sector, what is that one called? What is it called? When government takes ownership of private businesses or of businesses from private sector, what is it called? Okay, no takers. Okay? So that one, no award on both tables. We'll give you the marks, the points at the end. I'm on question 5 now. The branch of economics that involves the role that the state plays in the economy in providing infrastructure is called. It's now there on the screen. The branch of economics that involves the role that the state plays in the economy in providing infrastructure is called the branch of economics. It's this side, right? Which side? This side. Okay.
The development economy.
Public sector. It's called public sector economics. Then the next one. Why are models important? Why are models important in the study of economics? Why are models important in the study of economics? Why are models important in the study of economics?
Practical illustrations of their simplifications of the
Their simplification of the truth. Okay, so why are they important? Well done. They help economists in making decisions because they are a simulation of the real world but done in a simplified form. They are a simulation of the real world but done in a simplified form. So they help economists to make decisions. So 2 points to table number 1. The next question, on which one? This side. This side. Wait, was their question? So it's this side.
It's that side.
Okay. Alright. In economics, the term scarcity occurs where people don't have it. The term dash scarcity occurs when people don't have the resources to buy the goods that are available.
Relative scarcity.
Relative scarcity. Well done. This side table number 1. Goods are scarce in relation to demand. Dash goods are scarce in relation to demand. Economic goods, because they have a price. They are called economic goods. The next one. So, I'm just going to ask one learner in grade 11 to come and give us their prepared speech as we wait for the adjudicators to prepare themselves and total the grade 10 marks, and then at the same time, you, the participants, you prepare yourself. Okay, because you are the next online. Okay, so we are going to ask. Okay, let's start with Sanwat, a representative from grade 11, Sanwat, with a prepared speech.
I would like to create an illustration in your mind. Gideon begins a business in the year of 2019. Then, due to insufficient funds, she decides to take a loan of 200,000. Despite the setback, she is able to make a profit of 100,000. Little does she know, COVID-19 begins. And when COVID-19 begins, she is unable to import goods and services to create her products. But illustration comes, and this is what she decides to do. So Gideon decides to start an online place and decides to buy products from local places. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We, the grade 11s of Sandwood Park High School, extend our greatest welcome. Today, we are here to delve into a critical topic which impacts countless businesses. Our focus will be on examining the impact of global economic trends on small businesses in South Africa. In our increasing interconnected world, one might contemplate the nature of global economic trends. To put it simply, these trends refer to overall patterns or shifts in a given situation, far-reaching effects on nations and economies worldwide. With this in mind, we will be focusing on 4 vital dimensions. Firstly, economic growth. Economic growth can create export opportunities for small businesses in South Africa. As economies around the world expand, there is an increased demand for South African products in the international sector. Small businesses can benefit from this as their goods and services will be bought by global places, and they will have a larger customer base, and they will have a diversified revenue stream. I will be following with technological advancements. In South Africa, there is a physical and economic advantage. Global technology has increased rapidly. This gives small businesses access to resources and ways of working better, which allows them to become more efficient and also which allows them to become more competitive within the market. However, technological advancements require a skilled working force. Small businesses may face challenges in finding and retaining talent with the necessary technological skills. The rapid pace of technological evolution can result in skill gaps, especially for traditional businesses which have not adapted to new technology. Small businesses need to invest in training and collaborate with educational institutions to bridge the skills gap. In addition, I will be talking about exchange rate. The effectuation of the exchange rates of major currencies has posed a significant challenge for businesses. An example is the depreciation in the rand. Small businesses can be very vulnerable to changes in fluctuation of the currency, as they lack financial backing to write out negative short-term changes when the exchange rate acts against them. And last but definitely not least, I will be talking about globalization. Globalization enables small businesses to participate in global supplies with suppliers or subcontractors, which can create opportunities for collaborations with larger companies or multinational corporations, leading to an increased business opportunities. However, small businesses tend to be very vulnerable to supply chains, as they will face a lot of distributions, which can include transport, political instability, natural disasters, and changes in the trade policies, which can impact the smooth functioning of global supplies, and this can affect small businesses badly. In a nutshell, global economic trends have a significant impact on South African businesses. While they do present challenges, but they can also create growth and success. By understanding these dynamics and responding strategically, small businesses can not only survive, but also thrive in the face of global economic functions. Thank you so much.
Well done. Right, now, grade 11s, are you ready? I believe you all have your calculators with you, at least one calculator per group, because there's a possibility, I don't know, but there's a possibility that there will be calculations. Because economics in grade 11, it involves calculations. Is that correct? Okay, right. So it's a small thing there. Maybe I will ask, let's say, so we are going to have table number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Is that correct? So questions will be coming in that order. And do you know the rules now then? Do you know the rules now? Okay, maybe we can remove that one. So, we know the rules now. The rules are, I give you a question, you have 5 seconds to think and give us an answer. If not, you forfeit your opportunity. Then, since now we are many like this, the group that raises their hand first is the one that gets the opportunity to answer the question. Right. Now, if you get a wrong answer, if you give us a wrong answer, we subtract 1. If you give us a correct answer, we give you 2. If you pick up a bonus, we give you 2. Are we together? If I create another question or any one of the adjudicators create a new question based on what is on the screen, like what we are doing with the grade 10s, we award you 3 if you give us the correct answer. Understood? The rules are clear. Alright. Now let's go in. Now, expressions of people's own opinion on what ought to be. Is that grade 11? Yeah, it's called a technical glitch. Right. So you will find it just now. So right, then we are. A market with many suppliers and only one buyer is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay? No. Monosoy. So, 2 points on table number 3. Number 7, yes, so. Number 7. It's called a monosoy. We'll show you the answer at the end. Okay? When we have plenty suppliers and only one buyer. Okay? Then the next question. Gini coefficient ranges from dash to dash. It's these ones. It's these ones. 0 to 1. Well done. 2 points. The next question for table number 7 is an economic indicator that measures the change in the price of factors of production. Producer price index. Well done. Table number 7. And then the next question. A medium of exchange that derives its value from an act of parliament is known as
Legal tender.
Medium of exchange that derives not legal tender. Not legal tender. Fiat money. It's called fiat. Okay. I will go back to table 7. We'll go back to that and we'll explain those things next. Right. Table 7. Then the next one, we are now on table number 9. In a cash economic system, the government owns and controls all factors of production. Centrally planned system. Well done. The next one, please. The way in which GDP is divided across economic sectors is called. The way in which GDP is divided across economic sectors is called. 5, 4. So it's up to everyone now. Okay? Economic structure.
Yes, my name is Mr. Kade Mazokera. As many of you know, I came from Zimbabwe in 2009, and I'm not really a motivational speaker. I'm a teacher like most of you here. But what I'm going to simply do is maybe talk about my journey. Maybe it can motivate someone. Okay. Now, coming to South Africa, obviously the reason was the economy in Zimbabwe was bad. So I came here in 2009. I started teaching at a primary school because I couldn't really get a job. But before that, when I came to South Africa, I was coming to stay with a friend, and then he switched off his phone when I was at Park Station. So I slept at Park Station for like 4 nights. That was my welcome to SA. And every morning when I woke up, I'd see people walking, the streets of Joburg, coming from a train or something. I felt like those people, I wish I was them because they were coming from home. So it didn't matter to me that they came by train or anything. The fact that they were coming from home, it doesn't matter as long as they slept in a house. So for me, it was something that I actually wished I could have, because my situation then was extremely bad, as you can imagine. So I had no choice but to move to Pretoria. Because I managed to get someone to accommodate me. So I moved to Pretoria and started looking for a job. The first teaching job I got was probably within 2 weeks after getting to Pretoria, and it was to become a substitute teacher at a primary school. So I kept looking for, the job that I wanted, which is teaching high school economics, to be specific. So I got a job in 2010 to teach grade 10, 11, and 12. And I think I can fast forward to like 3 years. The school I was teaching at from 2010, it was probably the worst school in South Africa. It's just that we're in Joburg, but if we're in Pretoria, if you were to say Berea Park to anyone, they'll tell you it's probably the worst school maybe in the country, because it was more like the principal had something like, anyone who can say hello, we take them. If a student comes to look for a space at that school, they'll take almost anyone, okay? So I taught there, and it was quite difficult to get, good results. But I strived and worked so hard. And the thing that I managed to do at that school, which was kind of dysfunctional, was to produce very good results. And I remember there was a time when I had a problem with my HOD then. She actually didn't like me, I don't know for what reason, but with that, she would go to the principal and say a lot of things about me and whatnot. To the point that the school had decided that by the end of the year, the following year, I wouldn't have to come back to the school because of what the HOD was saying. So each time when she went to complain about whatever it is that she was complaining about, my retaliation was on my learners. Like, I would work hard on my learners, like extremely hard. I would invite them on Saturdays and Sundays and do extra work and whatnot. Whenever I was angry, I would put it on my learners, but not in a bad way, in the sense that I would teach them more and teach them more and teach them more. But what then ended up happening was that by the end of the year, I was given a letter to say, we don't need you next year. That was end of 2013. And I remember that time we were actually going to have a wedding, December, and then I was told now I don't have to come back next year. Okay, it's fine, but I knew what I had done. So in January, I got a call from my principal saying, can you come to the school, there's something. And the reason was I produced the best results in the school with, I think the highest was 93%, one of my learners, and the pass rate was extremely high and all that stuff. Now they called me back, and by the time this happened, my wife was also teaching at the same school, and we were both told not to come back the following year. So I came back to the school, but I was kind of bitter, I was not happy. But I came back, and they brought me back, but they didn't bring back my wife. So now there's one source of income. My wife had to look for something else. But fortunately, at that time, she was pregnant. And so it was fine for her to be at home. Right, so what then happened is I came back to the school. I got promoted at that school. I'm now the HOD because now they sort of saw that maybe what this person was saying is not really true. In March, because of my results, they were extremely good though. I got a call from a private school, which is quite a good school, and they called me to say, can you please come and, okay, let me just say for an interview. So I went to that school, and as I was sitting, waiting to go in to see the principal, I saw that they say they acknowledge the best teachers and all that. And then so it was saying Teacher of the Year 2013, Mr. Kwatamanzi. So I cracked the name, then I went in for the interview. When I'm inside, then now they say, tell us about yourself. I said, well, I don't believe there's a teacher that can produce better results than me. Then they're like, oh, what do you mean? I said, well, the only reason Mr. Kwatamanzi was Teacher of the Year last year here is because I wasn't here. Because I said, it's impossible. I don't believe it's possible for anyone to produce better results. And basically it wasn't because I thought that I was better than anyone else or what, but mainly it was because I knew that I put in the work, I put the effort. I tried to be the best at what I do. And that same year, 2014, that's when I started writing this one, the grade 12 textbook. This was my first book. I wrote it in 2014, the first year I started teaching at the school I'm telling you about. So, at that time, things were very, very tough. At the school I ended up going to, my wife ended up joining me there. So we taught together there. She was teaching, well, I'm saying she was because my wife passed away in 2021. So, and she left me with 3 boys, and I'm raising them, I would say, by myself. And it's not so easy, but I think the Lord has reasons for it. Well, back to what could actually maybe inspire you. I started writing my book, and then from there, I think I would say it took me, but well, wait, I skipped something there. When I was writing my book, I was still teaching. So I needed time. And at that time, I was not just a teacher, I was a teacher and a waiter. So after school, I would go to a restaurant where I was working. Now you may be thinking, so how would you be waitering on crutches? Well, I didn't use crutches back then. I was just as normal as you are. And I have no idea what happened to me, but all I know is that I'm limping and I don't know where it came from. Now, that same time, I was waitering and teaching. Now, I knew what I really wanted. I knew that waitering was not really, and teaching was not really going to get me to where I wanted to be. So I knew also that I wouldn't come home and say to my wife, I'm quitting my waitering job, because we really needed that money. It wasn't really enough for us, So I had to lie to my wife and say I got fired from my waitering job. The reason I needed time to write my book, because I knew that if I had to continue that way, I wasn't going to get to where I wanted to be, if you get what I'm saying. I needed something that is a bit passive, if I may say. But in terms of working as a waiter, yes, you go there, you help people, they tip you, you go home with money, but tomorrow you need to do it again to get paid. But so I started, inclining more towards things that are passive, where you could do something now and then maybe you continue getting paid, over and over. So what I then did is I lied to my wife and said I got fired from my waitering job so that I could be at home and work on my book. So I started working on my book, I think February 2014, and December was my target to be done, and I managed to publish it January 2015. So 2015, the other thing I can add to my story is that if you go to the school I'm telling you about, 2014, January 2015, it will say Teacher of the Year 2014, Mr. Matsoke. Definitely. And I had said in the interview, if I'm not the best teacher by the end of this year, please terminate my contract, because I cannot be at a school where I'm second best. I have to be the right. So I taught for, I would say, 4 months, and I was selling my book. What I simply did, I asked my subject advisor then, can I please show your teachers my book? He says, okay, go ahead. So I showed teachers my book, and then they bought, and then they went to their schools, and then schools started buying. That's how it started. Then around about June, I got a call from some company in Joburg. They say, hi, we got your number from Mr. Young Bronkhorst, and he says your book is good.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon, learners. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all members present. I think it was actually a great opportunity for learners to have this kind of experience, right? It was actually motivating for all learners from other schools, and I hope Mr. Program Director and Coordinator will continue to arrange for such programs. I would also like to thank our adjudicators who traveled from afar. Mr. Matsokere, I'm sure we know his books, the Matsokere books that we use. The author is here. I can see there's one there. And the guy from government, Mr. Sangweni, thank you very much for gracing this occasion. I would also like to thank my HOD, Mrs. Naidu, for this opportunity and for supporting us. Thank you very much, teachers, educators, for availing your learners so that they get experience, and we hope that we'll have more of such programs. Thank you.
Grade 10, that one is which one? Table number 8, which was somewhat bad.